welcome to the Spinato Spin. Great to have you here. Right around the corner now from springtime. We set the clocks ahead, so things are really starting to progress. We're starting to see longer periods of daylight, and we're really starting to feel ourselves as the seasons are changing. And you know, one thing that changes a lot in all of our lives is our attitudes, right? I mean, pretty much your attitude who governs what you're going to do and how you're going to feel from minute to minute, day to day, hour to hour, whatever you want to call it, is really going to be pivotal in what happens to you in your life. And attitude is everything. I think you've heard that before. Maybe you haven't, but it's true, okay? Attitude is everything. And a lot of times our attitude comes from that whole progression. Like I told you, you're programmed. You start to believe things, then you generate an attitude, then you generate an emotion, and then you act. You always act on that emotion. There's no other way to act if you think about it. There's nothing else you could possibly do in this world that hasn't come from an emotion. An emotion will always bring out whatever you're going to be doing in the future, in the next few seconds, whatever it is. But you know what has a lot to do with that is basically how you feel. All right, you know, most people, they want to feel good. You know, that's what it is. It comes down to feeling good. Well, let me outline that a little bit. People want to feel good, they want to look good, and they want to be good. Now, sometimes that's a mix. Sometimes you can't do all three. But if you can do all three, that's magic, right? Imagine feeling good, looking good, and doing good at the same time. See, that basically is the basis of happiness, isn't it? They say whenever your thoughts, words, and actions are the same, you're happy. And that's basically what we're talking about here. We're talking about happiness, right? We're in this thing to be happy, right? You know, one thing we could say to ourselves to make ourselves feel better is I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. If we say that a few times with a lot of energy, we're going to feel a little different, aren't we? Think about that. Now, you want to feel good. What's a good example of feeling good? Well, here's what happens with people. Their alarm goes off in the morning and they feel good. They're lying there, they're sleeping. But all of a sudden they realize that feeling so good maybe won't last that long. And all of a sudden they start thinking, I got to get out of bed. I got to get things going. Why? Because they want to look good. They don't want to show up late for work or show up wherever they are and not do things on the right timely basis like they should have. They want to be good. You want to be good. Everyone wants to be good, but it's real hard when certain things are pulling you apart, when your values are pulling away from you. You want to still be good, but you have certain things you just don't believe in at that time. You don't sense. Well, what happens is we always want to feel good. We always want to look good, and we always want to be good. It's a hard thing to do. It's a real difficult thing to do, but it could make the difference on whether or not you have a happy day, a happy night, a happy whatever it is that it comes down to. You need to feel that way, you know? I mean, I remember one speaker I once had a while back said something to me that really blew my mind. He said, y'all want to just grow up out there? And when I heard that, I said, want to grow up out there? Yeah, y'all want to just be grown-ups for a couple minutes? And then everyone kind of looked at him, and he said, well, you didn't expect me to come up here and tell you nothing, did you? I mean, think about that. That has a lot to do with your psyche for the rest of the day. You want to grow up. Do you want to grow up? That's one of the questions you got to ask. And will it make you feel good if you grow up? And will it make you look good if you start growing up and living up to your responsibilities and doing something special? You know, here's something also we got to do now that the springtime's rolling around. We got a few minutes. How about planting? This is it. This is what spring is about. Spring's for planting, summer's for cultivating, fall's for harvest, winter's for storing. This is the planting season. This is where you plant ideas in people's minds to help it grow and cultivate over the next 3 months, 4 months, whatever it takes. So you will have a harvest. How about planting something good too, like a great opportunity? Just look for opportunities. Start planting opportunities. Start working on projects, getting things going. changing your attitudes. You know, one of the things in the Catholic religion real important, and they try to get you off on a good start, they have something called Lent. Lent means you repent, and what you do is you give up certain things in the name of who you believe in. That has a lot. Well, how about giving up something to prove that you believe in yourself? How about something that makes it tougher for you a little bit each day, just to remind you that you got to keep striving. You know, we don't live life on a flat plane. We live life on a hill. Either we're going forward or falling back, right? That's what it comes down to. Planting's the same way. If you plant the seed the right way, and it's a good seed, and it lands on good soil, it's got a good chance to grow with the love and kindness of your cultivation. Gives you a chance for a good solid harvest. A good solid harvest is what things are all about. And then, of course, in the winter, you protect that harvest. You see, even in the spring, you're kind of protecting whatever thing can happen in the summer. Whatever your plant will go through, you'll cultivate it. You'll protect that idea, that plant, whatever it is, something that you want to grow. And when that grows and it comes out to something that you can actually use, you protect it over the winter so you're ready and you can make it to the spring. Keep yourself focused on what you really want. Protect your dreams. Fight hard for them. Believe in yourself. You know, if you believe you can, you can. Believe you will, you will. Isn't that the way it works? It works that simple. It's your belief mechanism. It's the way you think about things. It's the way you approach your problems. You know, here's something I heard about a problem, makes a lot of sense. It goes like this. It goes, I'm always solving problems. I never avoid them, right? I'll take the call and I'll tackle the problem head on. See, that's got to be your attitude towards problems. We're always solving problems. We never avoid problems, right? We never avoid them. We always want to see what we can do. We want to see what challenges we can meet, and we want to meet them head on. And remember, nobody makes a decision about your life but you. You're the one that delivers what's going to happen to you. You be the one that feels good, looks good, and does good. And at the same time, make sure you're planting great ideas in your head and getting a nice big harvest. It's a great chance to be enjoyable for the spring and appreciative for all we have. Great talking on the spin, and we'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.